you seen tonight?
I was dealing with this. Throughout my whole. Well, I had people jealous of me throughout my whole career before a professional.
I had to always remind Tank, Floyd is Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis.
That's right.
Like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis got angry with each other, turning their friendship into a full-on fight. The boxing great and his former protege are becoming more and more angry with each other, as shown by their heated exchange at a recent press briefing. In the heated argument, Mayweather talked about feelings of envy, saying that it was something he had dealt with all through his career and was a necessary part of the game. This ongoing fight shows how tough their relationship has become and shows that the bond between a great boxer and his former star pupil is not an easy one.
I was dealing with this. Throughout my whole. Well, I had people jealous of me throughout my whole career before a professional. Jealousy comes with the territory. I sell an arena out every time, and I say to myself, y'all people not tired? Y'all done been here 50. We done sold the arena out 50 times, and y'all keep coming up short. We could do it 50 more times. Y'all gonna keep coming up short. What's meant to be in life is meant to be. And Cruz, and as far as what Cruz would take, he know he didn't win. No, he didn't win at all. And if Tank really would have lost the fight, I would have said he lost. And of course, we in California. This is Mexico. So, I mean,
In his anger, Gervonta Davis said that many people did not understand what Floyd Mayweather really meant by what he said and did. He made it sound like Floyd might be lying to him behind his back and working against him while putting on a good show in public. Tank said that Mayweather's actions were planned, and that even though he was seen as a leader by many, there were problems going on below the surface, such as possible conflicts of interest that could hurt Davis' career. He insisted that Floyd was not always looking out for his best interests, even though it seemed like he was. Davis said that they were different now, which meant that Mayweather was working behind the scenes and wanted everyone to know what his real goals were.
Like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
There has been trouble between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis for a long time. But things got worse because of very personal worries, especially those about Mayweather's daughter Yaya. What started out as a close friendship between a teacher and a student turned into a full-on fight, which led to their breakup. Davis was once a rising star under Floyd Mayweather's management. Mayweather helped Davis both in the ring and with his business choices. Nevertheless, as time went on, anger grew. Tank felt trapped by Mayweather's power, and he didn't like how involved Floyd was in his business choices. The situation got worse when Tank was tied to Yaya Mayweather, who had been seen with rapper NBA YoungBoy in public before. Floyd is known for fiercely guarding his daughter, and this supposed brief connection upset him. It made him even more angry, and now there is a rift between the two warriors.
We always see solid relationships end due to a female, man. They've started multiple wars. There's a reason why a lot of men are locked up right now. There's a reason why a lot of men are in that grave right now. I believe in this case, we don't know all the details, but I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that Tank smashed Floyd's daughter. Tank went ahead and smashed Floyd's daughter on this one and sullied the relationship. It was done after that. But there had to be a reason why he went ahead and went that route. And I think he went that route because there wasn't enough money coming in. And Tank probably thought that it was going to be better than it was early on. So we said, you know what? Hey, she throwing it at me. Let me go ahead and do what I do. And from that instance, Floyd said, hey, you got the game up. I'm about to let you really know how it is. You about to go up against a real go-getter, a real headhunter. Tank knocked him.
The history of this fight makes it more intense. Floyd was the main reason Tank's career took off, making him one of the best possibilities in boxing. He gave Tank direction, chances, and a stage, which helped him become famous and well-known. But as time went on, cracks started to show in their relationship. After their public fight, Tank broke up with Mayweather Promotions, criticizing Floyd's way of managing his career and saying he wanted to run his own business. Both have gone on with their careers, but the strain is still there. Floyd, who is known for being proud and having sharp business sense, no longer sees Tank as his apprentice, and Tank stays out of Floyd's shade on purpose. Their relationship, which used to be very close, is now broken, showing that in boxing, personal fights can ruin even the strongest business ties.
Always see solid relationships end due to a female, man. They've started multiple wars. They're a reason why a lot of men are locked up right now. They're a reason why a lot of men are in that grave right now. I believe in this case, we don't know all the details, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Tank smashed Floyd's daughter. Tank went ahead and smashed Floyd's daughter on this one and sullied the relationship. It was done after that. But there had to be a reason why he went ahead and went that route. And I think he went that route because there wasn't enough money coming in. And Tank probably thought that it was going to be better than it was early on. So we said, you know what? Hey, she throwing it at me. Let me go ahead and do what I do. And from that instance, Floyd said, hey, you got the game up. I'm about to let you really know how it is. You about to go up against a real go-getter, a real headhunter. Tank knocked him out.
Gervonta Davis has become a fighting superstar, and now everyone who helped him get there is stepping forward to claim their part in his success. Former world champion Adrian Broner was one of Tank's early supporters. He recently told fans that he was the one who first brought Davis to the gym. Broner says that Floyd Mayweather noticed him because of his introduction, and Mayweather then promoted and coached Tank, according to Broner. Floyd is still aware of his role and often says, "You gave me a good one," even though they didn't always agree. Broner stressed how important he was to Tank's job growth. He says Davis is like a little brother who is proud of Tank's achievements and promises to always be there for him. "I will always back Tank. He's my little brother," Broner said. Tank's meteoric rise has been amazing, and while many people have helped him get there, Broner is determined that his influence will not be ignored. It doesn't matter if Davis officially recognizes Broner. He is proud of his protege's achievements and will always think of Tank as family.
Watch it. I was there.
You can relate to it?
I can relate. And to be honest, I'm the reason he got signed.
That's a true story.
Explain that. Why? What? How did that happen?
I brought him to the gym with an AB shirt on. But I didn't have everything right yet. You know, everything wasn't moving yet. You know, I was a little slow on my feet. So I gave him the floor. And every time we bring it up, Floyd like, "Thank you, AB. You gave me a good one."
Does that feel like a win for About Billions Promotions as well?
Of course, because at the end of the day, I don't care who promotes Gervonta Davis. I'm still gonna support him. Same way. You know, he's a little brother for me.
Tank been around us since he was like 17, 16. Adrian was already famous on TV and everything. He wrote him on the internet. Twin didn't even.
Adrian Broner says that Gervonta "Tank" Davis is a very talented person. They praised his unique mix of size, speed, and ring smarts. It seems to him that Tank has what it takes to beat the lightweight class and any enemy that stands in his way. Broner talks about how the fighter has been making steady progress over time and says that his success is due to his drive and hard work. He thinks that no other lightweight has the same skills as Tank. Broner thinks Tank is a well-rounded fighter who has consistently shown himself at the top level of the sport. He also thinks Tank's reign as the champion in this category is far from over. His power is only going to get stronger.
Man, Tank got the skills to beat anybody, and he was blessed. He was blessed with the power to hurt anybody. if he lands with a solid punch. But I don't think he should go mess with no 147 pounder no time soon. With the skills he got, he can beat anybody. But my opinion, I think he got enough on his plate at 135 pounds with the Shakurs, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney's,
Frank Martin now.
Frank Martin, who's going to be a big name, a good name. And he should just focus on that.
Teofimo,
who's still one of the best lightweights out there. Even with people, talking shit about him, I tell fighters, every fight isn't going to be a hands down amazing performance. But as long as you get by, as long as you get the victory and get to the next one, that's all that matters, man. Teofimo is a great talent. He's a good dude, and it's a lot of talent at 135 pounds. And I think Tank should just clean all of that up. Worried about cleaning all of that up one at a time, and then jump to 140 pounds.
Him and Regis right now for the belt.
Yeah, for sure. I think he'd beat Regis though.
Why?
His talent. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis have never been close friends. Their connection has always been more business than personal. Floyd unquestionably helped Tank grow through Mayweather events. But many people say that his help was more about making money than really helping Tank. Floyd's feelings toward Tank seem to have changed now that he is on his own, which suggests that making money may have been the main reason. When Floyd was in charge of Tank, tensions were obvious. Tank often said bad things about how his job was being handled. Even though he got a lot of praise from the public, Floyd never seemed fully committed to building a strong personal bond. Floyd's support dropped a lot when Tank chose to go his own way. This brings up an important question. Floyd seemed to only care about making money, so did he ever really care about Tank's success? Mayweather would have helped Tank even after he quit the promotion if he cared about him more than just business. Instead, his distant reaction shows that he was only interested in getting power and money. Tank was able to take full control of his career because he was independent, showing that he no longer needed Floyd to succeed. Most likely, Floyd's lack of excitement is because he no longer benefits from Tank's wins. At the end of the day, the case shows that Floyd's relationship with Tank was based on business rather than mentoring. And since the money isn't coming in anymore, he's less interested and less willing to help.
He's just setting up his boy. I think Tank was happy you think Floyd was happy that Tank left?
Can that fight happen for the right now?
Floyd was there at Ryan Garcia and Tank fight for Tank? Floyd loves him. Floyd is gonna promote himself. That's why Floyd came out with them damn chains and his $20 million watch. Y'all gotta really think about how he be thinking.
Calvin Ford has been Gervonta Tank Davis's mentor and teacher for a long time. He has always stressed how important it is to surround yourself with trustworthy people when going through tough times in life and boxing. Ford told Tank a lot of times that even though Floyd Mayweather is a superstar, Tank is his person. He told him, "Floyd is Floyd, but you are Gervonta Davis," a lesson that was very important in shaping Tank's view of the world. Ford also said that even Floyd agreed that Tank needed to make a name for himself without the influence of his old manager. He talked about times when Tank was confused by how Ford talked to Floyd, which emphasized the idea that Tank needed to fully accept his role and not just see himself as Mayweather's apprentice.
Which remind Tank, Floyd is Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis.
That's right.
Distinguish the two.
Yes.
And me and Floyd used to go to, I said, he's not you, Floyd, he's Tank.
That's right.
And Tank used to look at me like, yeah, we talking to Floyd like that?
That's right.
Floyd understood that it was certain things that I had to give to him, well as what he was giving to him.
That's right.
To make that balance, to make the car drive
That's
smooth.
Right. That's right.
And it worked. You know what I'm saying? And I told Floyd, like, he's growing into being his own man. Respect the talent.
Respect the talent.
Respect the talent. And we see what he's growing to, That's why when people talk, I say, I can't take shit away from Floyd.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because his body of work of being there and nurturing us through them waters and whatnot.
That's right.
He's been there where we haven't.
That's right.
But when it came to raising him in this ring,
That shit.
Calvin Ford said that Floyd Mayweather and both taught Tank Davis skills that helped him. He called it a delicate balancing act. Mayweather gave Tank ideas from his long and successful career, while Ford gave Tank advice from a different point of view that made Tank a better fighter who could stand on his own. Ford made it clear that recognizing Floyd's role did not make him less involved, saying, "I can't take anything away from Floyd. His body of work and the way he led us through those rough waters were huge." Ford, on the other hand, knew what to do to help Tank grow up on his own when it came to helping him with his personal journey. Ford finally told Tank that he had to go his own way. Floyd's help with coaching was important, but Tank's own commitment and hard work are what made him so successful now.
So signing with Floyd, you know, we fast forward a little bit, sign with Floyd. Floyd puts Tank in a position to fight Pedraza. A lot of people were saying that was like, you know, that was a setup fight, so forth and so on. Tank goes in there. What's your thoughts going into that fight? Like, oh, listen, this Pedraza, undefeated champion.
Well, I understood the whole thing. Floyd understood this thing. When you'll see it in our documentary.
Yeah.
But when Floyd was been trying to, because he was trying to fight a lot of guys that was champions. You know what I'm saying? And the guys that he was putting in front of us, you know, they lost their belts. And then when the situation came about when Tank had to fight for, we had no choice but to fight for Pedraza. And that was a hard fight. He was undefeated. He was an Olympian, you know, and he was on the road, you know. And when Tank went in there and put on that performance that night, it was unreal. It was unreal. And that's the fight that I always put in my thoughts, because I watched.
Floyd Mayweather has always done well in public. He is still looking for the attention that made him famous, even though he is off the grid. Instead of fully accepting the new generation, many people think he is still having trouble letting go of his role as boxing's main draw. Floyd seems to be having a hard time accepting that Gervonta Tank Davis has become a superstar, and that the era is no longer about his reputation.
It's a boxing. And I get it, you a hell of a fighter, bro. You undefeated. But let these young niggas shine, bruh. And your daughter still chose wrong. You get what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. You know, people with power, with money, think that they money saved them from the world, but like, nah, bro, you do fucked up shiesty shit, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got, bro. I never look at you the same. I never look at you the same, dog.
Tank Davis is one of the most exciting boxers right now. He has deadly knockout power and a fan base that sees him as the sport's future. But Floyd Mayweather doesn't fully celebrate Tank's rise to fame. Instead, he often finds ways to draw attention back to himself by showing off his own achievements to show how dominant he is. A lot of boxing experts think Floyd should accept that his time is up and Tank is now the man that everyone looks up to in the sport. They think Floyd should act as a mentor to the new generation and let them grow instead of fighting for attention or trying to overshadow Tank. Floyd's behavior, on the other hand, shows that he is upset that someone else has taken the throne he used to hold. Tank now gets more attention than Floyd did, which could be due to jealousy. Floyd will always be a great boxer, but the sport is growing, and Tank is at the front of the pack. The best thing for Floyd to do would be to accept that his best days are behind him and help Tank without making it about him. There is no doubt that he is willing to do so, though.
And still want to be hood, like what? Nigga, that's ass backwards, bro. Like, no, dog. But, Gervonta Davis, man, you know, a lot of people may say he's arrogant or whatever the case may be, but I don't see it. You know, I just see him playing for the internet. You know, they say something, he say something back. You get what I'm saying? But listen to this, what Gervonta Davis had to say, and it was a good interview. At first, I ain't like it because, like, the interviewer, you know, he from Gervonta Davis hood too, but it's like he also wanted them to be one of the people to know that he's from the hood, he came from the...
Floyd Mayweather doesn't seem to want Gervonta Tank Davis to become more famous than him right away. It looks like he wanted to be in charge, so Tank wouldn't go beyond what he thought was possible, even though he saw himself as Tank's mentor. Tank just told everyone that Floyd forced him to fight Jose Pedraza, not because it was the best thing for his job, but because Floyd supposedly wanted him to fail. At that time, Pedraza had already won a world title many times. Tank, a new fighter with not much experience, is in for a tough fight. A lot of people now think Floyd saw it as a chance to stop Tank's rise before it got going. Tank beat Pedraza easily and won the IBF super featherweight title, which was more than anyone expected. The fight wasn't a setback. Instead, it was a turning point that showed Tank's huge promise. Floyd might have been annoyed by Tank's unexpected success, which showed how much better he really was than he thought. Floyd wanted to handle Tank's career in his own way, and it's clear that he didn't expect Tank to move up so quickly and finally outgrow his promotion. Tank has become one of the biggest stars in fighting, and Floyd can't stop him anymore. What looked like a problem turned out to be a sign of Tank's independence from outside control. He was meant to shine by himself.
After seeing what I seen when Gervonta Davis was talking about the beef between him and Floyd Mayweather and how he wanted him to lose against Jose Pedraza, when I watched the end, when they was announcing Tank as the winner, you can see Floyd Mayweather in the back just looking salty, wiping his nose. He not even really clapping. He looking like, damn, this nigga beat the odds. But y'all, this shit is crazy. Look at this photo. Look how Floyd is looking at Gervonta like, damn, I wanted you to lose for real. The whole fight hit different. Y'all need to go watch it over. This shit crazy, fool. So if people don't know, allegedly the beef stemmed from Floyd Mayweather's daughter Snapchatting Gervonta on Snapchat. I'm guessing people in Floyd camp got wind of that and they told Floyd like, hey, I think Gervonta knocking your daughter boots. Floyd said, Gervonta knocking my daughter boots? Nah. Then they showed on the proof. They like, look, the proof is in the pudding, and he's all up in it.
That's the end of today's movie. Watch out for what comes next. Boxing has a lot going on, and you won't want to miss any of it.